morning, Stampers. Welcome to Technique Tuesday. I'm Tina with Tina's Crafty Ink Spot. Can you believe it's episode 16 already? Oh my goodness. But guess what? I haven't even made a dent in the amount of techniques and things that I've gathered over the years. I have a whole binder, so we'll be doing these Technique Tuesdays for a while, so make sure you stay tuned. I have lots of fun, some new, some old techniques. Today is an old technique, and it is called Retiform. Um, I think if I recall back when I first did this, the definition of retiform is basically crossed lines or net-like. So that is what we're creating. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of different variations of retiform. So you can you can mix it up. So there's like 2 or 3 or even more probably ways to do this. And as always with my techniques, I am showing you my preferred method. Now there's going to be other people out there that do it different ways, and that's wonderful, and you should watch those because it broadens your horizon. So if you see something done a different way several different times, pick the way you like it. So that's what we're going to do today. So now this one, we are using the Holly Jolly Christmas from the new holiday catalog. Um, I absolutely love this catalog this time. I'm just in love, and this is such an adorable set. So we're going to be using this set to create this card, and we are going to be using instead, this one I used real red, and for some reason that looks a little pink to me, and I wanted to kind of be a little bit deeper red. So you see I've been doing this today. I have red ink all over me. So I think I'm going to switch it up, and we're going to use cherry cobbler. So I'm going to go ahead and try that. And so you'll need your ink, you'll need a sponge dauber, or you can use a dauber or you can use a sponge, whichever you're comfortable with. I know some people have gone to blending brushes now. If you have those, feel free to use those. And I decided I like this one. I like the way it turned out. But I changed up, and I'm going to use this shimmer white cardstock. I'm not sure if that's going to show on film, but this is our shimmer white, and it's shiny and got little sparkles of glitter in it. I thought, it's Christmas. Got to be blingy. So we're going to use that. I prefer to use my Stamparatus. For a couple reasons. One, if you stamp an image and it's not stamped dark enough or quite right, at least with the Stamparatus you can restamp it. With a block, you'd be hard pressed to restamp over what you've already done. So as always, I use my Stamparatus. So what you want to do, I'm just going to go right in here, is you want to pick where you want your main image. And now for my main image, I couldn't decide if I wanted Santa or if I wanted the greeting, but I decided I think I'm going to go with the greeting. So you decide where on your sheet you want that. You could have it bottom, top, middle, wherever. So I'm just going to do mine right in the middle. I'm going to line that up. My cherry cobbler is a little worse for wear. I had a class, and I'm not sure how that happened, but I think a student had a rough time with this one. But it still works. I've had this ink pad since the dawn of time. We're going to ink this up, and it looks very juicy, so I'm going to have to make sure it dries so it doesn't smear. You're also going to need, while that's drying, you're also going to need Post-it notes. This is my Post-it note kitty, isn't he cute? My husband got him for me for my craft space. So you're going to need some Post-it notes. So I'm going to grab my heat tool here and just kind of make sure this is dry before because reds, they seem to, stay wet a little bit. So I just want to make sure that's dry before I lay anything over it. So now you're going to take your Post-it notes and randomly arrange them around your first space. So the way I do that is I determine what the next stamp is I want to use. So I want to use these little trees, probably here. So let's go ahead and put our Post-it note there. Let's put one there. Let's do another one about right there. Set that aside. Now take your sponge dauber. Now sometimes, especially like this is a very inked up pad. See how inked that is? I want to dab it off a little. See how dark it is? And then start off your paper as always when you're sponging. And just lightly go around the edge here. So I can tell this is a very inked up pad. So I'm just going to lightly go around the edge there. Now we'll take our tree and now you can stamp your images in a different color if you'd like. If you want to do like red and green, do green lettering, green trees, you can do that. Or you can change the sponging throughout your card. If you want it multiple colors, red, green, blue, you can do that too with this technique. Get creative, have fun with it. Like all of my techniques, just have fun. So let's try that. I'm gonna pull in some green here. Why don't we do our shaded spruce? Let's see how that's gonna look with our cherry cobbler. Oh, and this looks like I just about once every few months I go through my ink pads and I re-ink them so that they're ready and done up. So I just did that about a month ago, so some of them are still very inked up. I'm going to stamp that one more time. See, this is why I like using the Stamparatus. You can restamp your images, make them darker, clearer. There we go. There we go. We got it. We're rocking now. So I'm going to bring in a baby wipe. Okay, so now we've got that one. Now we want to figure out our next image space and what image we want there. So let's do some Love a Santa there. So you're just going to take your there you go. Let's move that aside. Now I'll bet this still has plenty of ink on it. Oh yeah. So we're just going to do a little bit of highlighting around the edge. Now some people will go over and highlight this edge again. Personally, it's what you like, and I'm not going to do it that way. So let's put our Love Santa in here. And we're going to do that one in what color should we use? Let's do it in the red, in the cherry cobbler. There we go. Look at that. Make sure my Love is stamped there. There we go. Now, I'm going to dry that a little. My red is really wet, and I just don't want to smear it. Seems to me that the reds, dry differently. I don't know why, but they seem to. So let's see. Let's bring in Santa. Okay, let's bring in Santa. Where do we want Santa? We want Santa down here. So let's put one here. And we'll put another one here. And I'm going to... I was going to mask that one off, but I'm not going to go near it, so... And it's such a fun technique. I really enjoy it. Relaxing. Okay. Let's bring Santa in. Move this up a little. And I leave my mask there because it's okay if it doesn't fit in the space. That's kind of the fun part about this technique, is the randomness. I'm going to do him in red, of course. Got to do Santa in red. Yep, there we go. Okay, I'm going to dry that one again because I don't want it to smear. Look at that, it's coming together. Okay, let's do some stockings. We'll get the stockings out. I'll show you a card I did where I used some browns and tans that really made it look antique-ish. And I'll show those at the end here. So let's put our stockings about right there. We're going to do our little stockings in green. I missed a spot there, so I can re-ink. There we go, fixed. Okay, I'm going to dry it. See, it's starting to come together now. So let's add our, put this here. Let's do our little present. What's in here? This is such a cute little set. Piece of something stuck to it. The stuff that's new sticky to keep your stamps. I love the new stamps and the clear mounts. So should we do a green or red? Let's do red. Got our little present. Oh, I forgot to sponge it. Look at there, you guys. I got all excited. That's okay. We're good. Didn't pick up my mask yet, so. So you can do as little or as much sponging as you would like on this, which is really fun. Mix up your colors. If it sound, if you experiment with it, you'll really have a good time. And you can mix sets if you have several Christmas sets you like. You can mix those up. Let's get our believe in here because we have to believe in Santa. So I'm just going to put that one there. Which way do we want? Let's do the believe this way. I'm going to do that one in our shaded spruce. Kind of mixing it up. There we go. And we got one more spot to go. So see, as you see, it's extremely fast. So we need to add our. This works really good. I'll show you for masculine cards. Guys aren't really. Let's put Santa's presents here. I'm going to add some mask just to make sure I don't. I need one more. Let's kind of mask off our space here. I'll put his presents right there. Let's do it in green. You only need to ink up the part of the stamp that you're using. I think I need to go down a little farther. Yeah, I didn't go down far enough. That's okay. Another reason for the stamp apparatus. It's fixable, repairable, fixable. I make up my own English, right? Like that. Ain't cute? Okay. I'm about to reveal. And there you go. How fun is that? We'll put it on a mat. Get a cherry cobbler mat. Now, I promised to show you some other ways. And this one, I used the shimmer stock, but what I did is I took a ruler and I drew out a grid. So to do that one, all I would do is take, I'm going to move these because they're covered in ink. I would just take and mask my squares and put my different images in the squares. So just take your post-it notes and just mask off your squares and stamp your images. You don't even need to sponge this one. Let's do it and I'll show you what it looks like. It's kind of fun. It's just a different version of the Retiform. So let's do. Looky there. There we go. That is a Retiform, but they call it a Nouveau Retiform. I almost think we need a little bit more of a present there, so I'm just going to add a little piece of bow there. There you go. That's Nouveau Retiform. So we've got that. Now I promised I'd show you some of the other ones. Now this one's just an image of the one I did because I obviously mailed this card out. But see how you can make it vintage? This just is such a great guy card. This has got several sets that were used in it. So the possibilities are endless. This one, I used some scrap pieces of paper I had in the wrapped plaid and just kind of laid them on there to create basically a Retiform using DSP. And then of course our original. And there you go. Those are the several different ways of doing Retiform. Now there are more people that have some videos out there of different other ways. Watch them all. Experiment. Have fun. Hope you have a happy Stampin' Day. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.